And we're back. Another episode of Rumors Central. Thanks for joining us again. My name is Gio. I'm your host. And I'm joined again by the Apocalypse regulars, the survivors, the Captain America Civil War lovers, Jake Berlin and Jacob Bartley. How you guys doing today?
Good. Glad to be talking some movie rumors. Team Cap all the way.
Welcome, everybody, to the All DC Rumor Podcast. I'm ready to talk some DC rumors. No, I'm just kidding. What's going on? Nice to be here.
Yeah. So, look, okay, this is an unofficial podcast. We don't talk about anything official in the movie news world, just the rumors. So, heads up, first rumor of the day. Elizabeth Olsen and Chris Evans are not dating. It's been confirmed. Chris Evans is dating someone else, so Elizabeth Olsen's still on the market. I have a chance. We'll see. We'll see, guys. No, anyways, we're going to talk about some
Aunt
rumors.
May's still available. I'm good.
Aunt May?
Tomei.
All right, so the first rumor involves Star Wars Episode VIII from Making Star Wars. They're hearing that Tom Hardy is rumored to be in Episode VIII. So, according to a description, Tom Hardy plays a First Order Stormtrooper who recognizes an incognito Finn, while the defected FN-2187 is on a secret mission. Basically, Tom Hardy Stormtrooper thinks that Finn is on a secret mission undercover, and he walks up to Finn and gives him a smack on the butt and says, gives him praise and props, and then Tom Hardy Stormtrooper walks off, and Finn goes about his business, wondering like what the hell just happened. Could be a spoiler, but this is a rumor. You never know. What do you guys think about Tom Hardy being a Stormtrooper in Episode VIII?
I hate this for two reasons. First of all, it sounds like a joke. It sounds like a April Fool's joke posted on one of these movie websites. He slaps him on the butt and what?
Making Star Wars. That's not me.
I know. And second of all, I want Tom Hardy to have an actual role in a Star Wars film. I want him to play a badass Sith Lord or a badass general or a Grand Moff or something like that. I don't care if he's a big movie star. I know some movie stars you don't want in Star Wars because they're going to distract you, you're going to take away from it, but I'll make an exception for Tom Hardy. So for those two reasons, the scene sounds stupid, and because I want Tom Hardy to be in an actual role, I don't want this to be true. But I wouldn't doubt it because Daniel Craig had a similar type of cameo as a Stormtrooper, so if they're not planning on putting him in an actual role, then it probably is true, other than the butt slapping.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I mean, it does sound exactly like the Daniel Craig cameo. It sounds like they're going to give a lot of these cameos to a lot of people. But I'm in the same boat. I would much rather see him in a bigger role in the Star Wars universe. But that doesn't say it still couldn't happen. Even if he is the Stormtrooper, he could still get a role down the line, especially if we don't see his face. But yeah, I mean, it seems like everybody wants a part of Star Wars in any kind of role they get, and if Tom Hardy signs on to this kind of role, then it sounds like he's satisfied with the role it is, and whether that description is true or not, we have to wait a while to see, but Tom Hardy in Star Wars, that sounds pretty good either way. So
Yeah,
I mean, it could be a fun little cameo. He's excited to see his old friend. Calls him the Resistance infiltrator because he has no clue what Finn really did. I mean, according to the report, everyone who did died on that Starkiller base. So it could be a fun throwaway, cameo. I'm with you, Jacob. I want to see Tom Hardy have a legit role. I mean, wouldn't it be awesome seeing him as like a Boba Fett who survived the Sarlacc pit, right? That would be pretty cool.
Oh man, that's a good one right there.
Right?
I never even thought about that.
Like just all walk, very little talk. Like that would be pretty cool. And also, I want to bring up, it does kind of ruin the surprise if this is true. So I'm sorry, I just kind of ruined the surprise.
No, I mean, it's on all the movie websites, so it's not you.
It's like, yeah.
This is Rumor Central, man, and this is a rumor, so
Right.
it's all fair game.
Yeah.
And all the other sites are blasting it on their front page, so It's not your fault.
Well, let's go to the next one. And I forgot to say this, so I'll say it right now. Rumor has it that the Batman solo film will feature multiple villains, most of his rogues gallery, in various roles, meaning it could be big or small. The rumor from birth.movies.death doesn't go into any specifics about which villain will pop up in the Batman solo movie, but who do you guys want to see? I kind of gave my own pitch. I wouldn't mind seeing the Riddler, and I chose Matthew McConaughey to play the Riddler. Seeing him and Jared Leto reunite after Dallas Buyers Club, I think those two could do some really serious damage. But that's just my opinion. Who would you guys prefer seeing in this movie?
My pick isn't not really a villain, but it's the Red Hood. It's the one story I want to see live action. The animated movie is probably my favorite Batman animated movie, Batman Under the Red Hood. It's just Jason Todd, fascinating stuff. His ex, not even sidekick, partner at that time. Mm-hmm. And so that's who I would want to see. I mean, there's all kinds of. I would love to see a great adaptation of the Penguin. I think that'd be a really cool take. I know he's a little bit wacky, but
DiCaprio.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
That'd be sick.
I would love to see a legit, like a more villain side of Catwoman. I think that'd be cool.
Not so much an ally.
Yeah, I would love to see her kind of on the villain side. A Poison Ivy would be cool. There's all kinds of choices you can go with. I know everybody's gonna pick Joker. We get him in Suicide Squad. I don't necessarily need him in the Batman solo movie. I kind of want them to touch on someone they haven't used before, like a Black Mask or a Clayface or someone like that. I think it'd be really cool. I think Ben Affleck could do some major damage with that kind of character against his Batman. So,
I agree and disagree with you. I think that after Suicide Squad, people are going to be starving for more Jared Leto Joker, and I don't think they're going to wait till the second Batman movie to
that's
capitalize on Jared Leto's Joker. So I'm not saying he's going to be the main villain, or
maybe he's pulling strings.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I think there's going to be one prominent villain that Batman's has to fight throughout the movie, right? But Jared Leto's behind the scenes pulling the strings. All right, spoilers for Captain America: Civil War. If you haven't seen the movie, stop the podcast right now. He can be like Zemo in the Civil War, where he's pulling the strings, and then whoever Batman is fighting is kind of like Iron Man in a way. Not technically the same thing, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How Joker's behind the scenes, and you only see him every now and then.
Yeah.
And then it's a big reveal that he was behind everything. So whether that's a Penguin or a Red Hood or something, but I have something to propose. I was thinking, and this might come across as cheesy, but what would you guys think of Casey Affleck playing a prominent role in the DC universe? I know he doesn't do blockbusters and everything, but what if his brother went to him and he's like, look, I want you to play this role. I think you are the perfect person to play this role, whether that's a Jason Todd or a Dick Grayson or...
No, I personally love it just because I've watched a lot of his movies lately, like Triple Nine, Gone Baby Gone.
So underrated.
Out of the Furnace, he's becoming one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm down to see him in anything.
He doesn't do the big blockbusters that often. Do you think he would do it if his brother came to him and was like, this is not a big blockbuster movie. This is a real character that I want you to play?
Yeah, especially because Ben Affleck is co-writing with Jeff Johns and directing.
I think that would be... Imagine if he played the Red Hood, Jason Todd, and those emotions that could come from that storyline. I think that would be amazing.
I think that changes everything. I mean, the fact that Ben Affleck's directing makes even a DiCaprio possible role very, very likely.
I think because nowadays, there's no limitations on who they can cast in these type of movies, and with one of the best directors in the world directing the Batman movie, I think anyone's fair game. So I would like to see the Joker have kind of be the second villain in the film. And if I had to choose, I want to go with somebody who we haven't seen recently, and someone who's not a big character on the TV show. I know Penguin's pretty one of the main characters on the TV show, right?
Yeah, he's pretty much. Yeah, you can use a Clayface or a Black Mask or a Poison Ivy. She's a kid in the show, but you can use someone like her.
Let's go. Jessica Chastain is Poison Ivy. Run it.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Nice.
Sexy.
Run it.
Damn. Real quick, you guys say yes or no. I'm gonna name off some villains, and you guys say yes or no whether they're
That's
a lock.
the main villain
No, whether they're a lock for
to
an
appear
appearance
at all.
Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn.
No.
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 Yes.
Will Smith's Deadshot.
Yes.
Yes. Damn, you can't have everybody, but yes.
Killer Croc.
No.
No.
El Diablo.
No.
No.
Two-Face.
No. I don't.
Not this
or
one.
No, I don't
Harvey
think
Dent.
I think they're gonna save him for the second or third movie.
I think he's already gonna be dead
Really?
Were you dead?
because I think he's past
Yeah,
his
because
time.
they're so far into the Batman storyline. Yeah, probably not.
All right, that's all I had. Were you gonna say something, Jay?
I was just standing next to the mic.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's a little warm up for something else we're gonna do right now, and I might as well get into it. Okay. So originally this was going to be an all DC rumor central yet again. However, one of my buddies encouraged me to do better. So instead of
Not better, different.
Instead of talking
And it wasn't
about Steppenwolf in Justice League Part 1, because nobody gives a shit about Steppenwolf. Who cares? I mean, just focus on getting Batman and Superman right. Right, Jake?
Hell yeah.
So they say. We're going to be doing something fun. So what I did was I went to I tried to look up some Captain America Civil War because, the movie just came out, and I want to talk a little bit about the rumors that were true and weren't true, and whether we wish they were true or not. We're going to go through them really quick. ScreenCrush.com gave like 50 of them, and I chose about like 12. We're going to go through this one by one and kind of give you guys reactions like, thank God that's not true, or damn it, I wish that was true, or that would have been cool, and whatever, so forth. So, we're going to go through this real quick. It's going to get a little spoiler territory, but, this is going to be for Captain America Civil War. These are the most popular, some of the most interesting rumors that I picked out, and I want to get you guys' reactions on this.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. So we're going to talk about Captain America Civil War. Jake likes where this is going. See, kids, this is how democracy works. We talk to each other. If you guys get my reference here. All right, so Captain America Civil War rumors. The ones that were true, the ones that weren't true. We're going to talk about them. Some are crazy. Let's get into it. So the first one, there was a rumor that Hawkeye fights Crossbones after Crossbones kills all of Hawkeye's family. Linda Cardellini, the kids, he kills them all. And Hawkeye kills Crossbones with 4 arrows, one for each of his dead family members. That was a rumor. What'd you guys think?
Sounds cool, but I'm glad it didn't happen because that's brutal. And
Ditto.
Hawkeye, they've really changed his character around, especially with. A lot of people said they hated that farm scene in Age of Ultron. I think it was one of the highlights of the film, honestly. And you guys know I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see his family die. He's, that's what he lives for. So no, I don't. Where would the character go after that? He would be ruined.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I'm glad it didn't happen.
I don't think it would have, because they would have had to change the whole movie around.
Then that would have been about Hawkeye.
Yeah,
it
would have
that's
been
like a
completely different
Hawkeye
movie.
solo film.
It would have been a completely different movie.
Yeah.
All right, next one. You guys might recognize this one. The Russos shot 3 death scenes: War Machine, Scarlet Witch, and the Falcon. That they didn't use any of them.
Is it confirmed that they actually shot those, or we don't know?
This is just rumors. Like,
I don't think they did. I don't think they ever planned on killing anyone after seeing the film. Maybe the War Machine one.
I think they would have shot in a War Machine death. If it was true. I think the War Machine was the only one that they would have gone for. Falcon and Scarlet Witch have too much going for it right now.
And they're both brand new characters.
and you're glad that nobody died, right?
Yeah, I'm actually, after seeing the film, I'm glad no one died. And there's ramifications. War Machine, Rhodey is paralyzed now. So that's nothing. That's serious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say I would have liked to see someone die, but I think it would have added a ton more weight.
Okay. All right. Next one. The Vision will be leaving Earth for space. Ended up not being true.
Didn't Jake Berlin start that rumor? No.
Well, I said it the night we saw the movie. That was my one bold prediction, is the end of the movie we'd see him fly off to the Guardians of the Galaxy. But obviously that was not true.
Where does he go from here?
I don't know. I mean, I think there's still a possibility that maybe he does fly off.
He feels pretty bad that he shot War Machine.
Yeah.
So, we'll see where he goes from here. Baron Zemo is no random villain and is actually set up for the Red Skull's return.
Well, we don't know that.
We don't know, but how does that sound?
I think that's a possibility because he's not done with whatever.
You mean as him as the Red Skull?
Either that or...
Oh, no, I don't think he's the Red Skull.
But just the return of Red Skull.
I think maybe he figures out a way to bring Red Skull back.
Maybe
because
he's...
I mean...
Red Skull's off somewhere doing something.
We know he was going to end his own life, but maybe now that he is alive, he's not done. And he kind of won. Because what does he say at the end of the movie?
Yeah.
He's getting interrogated by the Hobbit, and he says...
Nice.
And he says, oh, you had your big old plan just to see it all fail. And he says, did it? Because he tore apart the Avengers. The Avengers have to go off and hide now, and the government is anti-Avengers now. So Baron Zemo, or not Helmut Zemo won. And that doesn't really answer the question. No, probably not, actually.
I don't know. I mean, part of me just, because I freaking love the character of Red Skull. I want to see him come back, but probably not.
Yeah. Just real quick, a lot of people say Loki's the only good villain. I think Red Skull was a great villain in the first event.
I like Red Skull.
I really do.
Was he before Loki?
Yeah. No. It went Thor, then Captain America, the first
okay.
Avenger.
Okay.
But
that's two good back-to-back villains.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people forget about Red Skull, and that's unfair.
You go weaving, man. Next one. Cap decides to surrender, but entrusts his shield to Bucky so he can always remember who he really is, a hero.
See,
you
this
want
is
to see
hard just because
this one?
You guys know my history with the comic books. The Ed Brubaker comics are my favorite run, and this is probably one of the rumors that I would have loved to see come true. Mm-hmm. Maybe not him not surrender himself, but give the shield to Bucky and him run off into hiding, and now Bucky takes over. I think it would have been awesome and a total game changer. Obviously, the movie ended on total game changer, but I think this would have been even more so, to have the Winter Soldier kind of remember everything and then take over the shield. Like, that's huge, and that would have been like a damn good time to see that go down.
It sounds cool and all, but I'm glad it didn't happen because I love Captain America and I don't want to see him go anywhere. And he's such a freaking badass, and Chris Evans is Captain America. So no, I'm glad this isn't true. And I hope it doesn't happen. I want Winter Soldier to be the Winter Soldier. He's a badass too. He's unstoppable. The Winter Soldier,
and now he has a vibranium arm.
Unstoppable, and no one could take him down. You have to have a freaking army to take him down. So.
Next one. Bucky will start a little romance with Black Widow. Wow, she definitely gets around. Man, no. Black Widow goes everywhere.
Hell no. Her soulmate is Bruce Banner in this universe.
And I don't know. I don't even know if I still buy that. I don't know. We'll see.
In this universe. That's what they've established.
I don't think so.
That's what they've established.
But as far as Winter Soldier and Black Widow, no, I'll say Winter Soldier and Aunt May.
Yeah.
Really? Well, hey, she's,
I'm joking.
Nah. Hey.
Maybe Winter Soldier and Pepper Potts. I mean, he keeps going after Tony's family and everything. So
this has just gone totally bonkers.
Anyways, Gwyneth Paltrow will appear in Captain America: Civil War. Now, I thought when that teleprompter said Gwen, I thought she died. I mean, because
the way he looks so upset.
I was like, oh wow, they actually killed her off, but I guess not. So, I mean, will she ever appear in the MCU again?
Of course, but I think so.
I don't think so. I think they'll reference her, but I think Gwyneth Paltrow herself is done with these movies.
No, I don't think so at all.
Kind of like Natalie Portman's done with these movies.
That's totally different because
I don't know, man.
Gwyneth Paltrow has worked in the MCU. Her and Tony's back and forth is one of the best.
Yeah, but that doesn't
relationships
necessarily
in
mean
the movies.
she likes it anymore.
Has she came out and said she's indifferent towards the MCU movies?
I don't know.
I don't think she's ever came out and said it.
I think we'll definitely see
I
her
think
back. They're not gonna have that be the last time we see her in Iron Man 3.
I think she fulfilled her contract though, because
They'll work something out.
It's a 4
If they
picture
do
deal.
an Iron Man 4, I guarantee you she's in it, and I think she will make an appearance in Infinity War Part 1.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Tony Stark will be the one responsible for creating Spider-Man's web shooters. Now, we know that's not true. Spider-Man actually created his own web shooters, but he did create the suit.
Yeah, I'm glad Peter Parker is a genius. He can make his own web shooters. I'm glad that that's the case in the film as well.
Agreed. We obviously see that he didn't make the web shooters, but he made everything else.
Yeah, and that makes sense because he doesn't have the money to do that, Peter Parker. So
Next one. Maria Hill is outed as a mole. Wow, that would have been a twist, right?
Because she's working for Stark. Stark Industries wasn't even mentioned in Civil War. And last time we saw her, she was the head security for Stark.
that's very true.
So, I mean, that could have maybe, who knows, maybe that was a deleted scene.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, where's Nick Fury? Where's Maria Hill during this?
Well, they came out and said that they didn't want them choosing sides. Because they would have been too over the top.
Okay, so what do you mean a mole for what?
For Cap.
Oh, okay.
Like the double agent.
Yeah, I'm glad. There was so much going on. You didn't need them, Nick Fury or her, in the film. And I think going forward, once Samuel L. Jackson either retires from this role or maybe the character dies again, but officially dies, I think she's going to be the head of whatever S.H.I.E.L.D. becomes or whatever government. S.H.I.E.L.D. is not technically government, right? Or is it?
It's private.
They're private.
So whatever
sector
S.H.I.E.L.D.
division.
adapts into in the future in these movies, she's going to be leading it.
Well, so that's what she is in the comics.
Yeah,
She takes
exactly.
over S.H.I.E.L.D.
She is,
So.
yeah.
Plus, it kind of would have
And I
been
love
weird.
Kobe Smulders. I'm a huge How I Met Your Mother fan, and I love her, so I would love to see her continue as this role. But no, I don't think they ever planned for her being in the film.
It would have been weird seeing Maria Hill and Nick Fury run toward each other in the
And fight?
It's like Fury's running in the airport. It's like it would have been weird. I don't
No,
know.
hell no.
Last one. Captain America will die at the end of Civil War. Now we kind of just talked about this a little bit. He obviously didn't. Will he die in the MCU? Will his shield get passed off again? I mean, the shield is kind of going everywhere in Civil War.
You never
Everyone has
know, honestly. Who knows what the end game is if eventually this universe has to end. And eventually Chris Evans has to stop playing Captain America. So
Eventually, keyword.
unless they come up with a story device where he starts aging in the story, in the movies, they're going to have to do something about that. So maybe once they decide, all right, it's time for his character to go, maybe they do kill him off. Maybe that's the ultimate sacrifice. I don't even think it's going to be in Infinity Wars. I think it'll be in like Avengers 5 or 6. Maybe he sacrifices himself because he would sacrifice himself to save everyone else. We saw it in the first Avenger when they throw that little prop grenade on the floor. He jumps over it before he becomes Captain America. So that would be a great callback to that, him sacrificing himself to save everyone. But I never thought he was going to die in this movie, and I'm glad he didn't.
Yeah, I never thought he was going to die either. The only thing I thought was that maybe he would just went into hiding and he passed off the shield or something. But I don't know if I ever see him dying in the universe. I maybe see him stepping away and kind of just like disappearing and then kind of going from there. But yeah, I mean, death is definitely a possibility because he's a soldier and he lives to save humanity and save people. And I can easily see him stepping in front of a bullet or stepping in front of something and sacrificing himself for someone else. And I mean, they're kind of building him up to be that way, obviously, but he has a long road back to get to where he was, because now, I mean, he's a criminal to everyone, and he started a war with the Avengers and the government and everything, and it's going to be very interesting going forward and seeing how that all plays out. So
The Boy Scout is a criminal.
yeah, it's awesome, dude. It's awesome.
Damn. All right, well, that does it for Rumor Central. Thank you so much for listening and joining in on the discussion. Let us know in the comments what you think about these rumors for Captain America Civil War and if you saw it or not. Jacob, Bartley, tell them where they can find you online. I was kind of losing track of thought, but Jacob, tell them where they can find you online.
You can find me online on Twitter at @JacobBartley_, on this YouTube channel, Apocalypse Movies. Please subscribe. Please hit that like button. Please comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Yeah, and you can find me, Jake Berlin, Twitter, Instagram at Qui-Gon Jake, apocalypsemovies.com every day. For you Padawan fans, hang in there. We're trying to get one out soon. It's been a few weeks. Just slow moving news as far as for Star Wars. So.
All right, and I'm your host for Rumor Central, Gio. You can find me on Twitter at GioRamos24 and apocalypsemovies.com every day. Thanks for joining us, guys, and we'll see you next time.